Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmananji Maharaj, to all the sages and saints of this world, and to you divine souls watching today's satsang. Today we will be studying Sutra number 33 from the Samadhi Pad of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, commentary by Swami Jyotirmananji and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's chant this sutra twice. The first time, Maitri Karuna Muditopekshāṇāṃ Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavanat Shchitta Prasadanam. We'll repeat. Maitri Karuna Mudita Upekshāṇāṃ Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavanat Shchitta Prasadanam. Maitri means friendliness, Karuna compassion, Mudita cheerfulness, Upekshanam indifference, Sukh joyous, Dukh affliction with pain, Punya virtuous, Apunya devoid of virtue or sinful karmas, Vishyanam objects, Bhavanatash by mental attitude, Chitta prasadam the mind stuff is purified. So that is the meaning of all that we chanted by each word. The overall meaning, the mind is purified by being friendly with joyous personalities, compassionate towards the afflicted, cheerful with the virtuous, and indifferent towards the evil. So sage Patanjali is giving us a solution on how to calm our mind, how to, and indirectly we are also getting this beautiful lesson from him in how to deal with people in general. So in daily life one encounters, there are basically only four kinds of people. Number one, those who are happy, those who are two, those who are miserable, three, those who are virtuous, and fourth, those who are wicked and vicious. So you can break them up into your categories, and an uncultured person continues to create mental impurities by how? By feeling attachment, hatred, jealousy, cruelty, other negative sentiments as he moves among these various types of people. So, but a yogi though, if you are meditating and you are a serious aspirant, you adapt the following attitudes in order to purify the mind. Friendliness towards people who are happy. So when create happiness, find opportunities, and by promoting the attitude of friendliness, one feels that the happiness of others is his own. When they are happy, you should be happy, celebrate with them. Therefore, instead of being tainted by jealousy, the mind becomes vibrant with joy and a sense of magnanimity. That is called mudita, happiness. Further, the notion that I alone am entitled, this is Maitri, friendliness is Maitri, and that means generally you are very friendly person, you feel happy, you enjoy being with people, and you create joy wherever you go. So therefore, instead of being tainted by jealousy, the mind becomes very vibrant and happy. Further, the notion that I alone am entitled to happy developments, which is sustained by raga or attachment, is removed. So what are we doing? We are becoming universal, isn't it? We are getting happy when others are happy also, and we are integrating better with them. So this is we start feeling vairagya automatically comes. We are now all inclusive, you see. The second one is compassion. It is called karuna, compassion. So when we see people who are less fortunate, people who maybe don't have food to eat, or struggling, or have just lost their home, or lost a job, or anything, so we develop compassion, try to see how we can help them. Just as I'm eager to overcome the pitiful conditions in my life, so everyone in misery struggles for happiness and comfort. That is the underlying thought we should have. and do whatever we can to help the people. So instead of just ignoring, we build compassion. The heart of a yogi melts at the suffering of others. He develops the goodwill that may all be happy. So therefore we say the shloka, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, Sarve santu niramayaha. May all be happy, may all be disease free. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, may all see good in others. Ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet, may all be pain free. So when we include all, you are also included in that all. That is the point that Patanjali Maharaj is making. This attitude removes the common tendency to develop an insensitive heart and thereby cruelty towards those who are afflicted. So we should have a heart that is full of compassion. The third one is called cheerfulness or mudita, towards the virtuous. When people are doing good things, be happy, be joyous, try to emulate their path. People often develop a form of jealousy otherwise. They when people succeed, like if you both are doing a job and your co-worker gets promoted, there is a certain level of why am I not there. We sometimes feel inadequate or jealous, but that's not at all right. We should figure out the talents of the person, how he reached there, and we should also try to get better by our own skills and by our own attitude, because jealousy takes us downwards. That is never the answer. So rather feel happy when you see somebody who has reached to glorious heights of spirituality. Feel that they have done a lot of tapasya, they have woken up during the Brahma Muhurta, they have done all these wonderful things, and you can too. So you can use that as a role model for yourself, rather than feeling, oh, why did it happen to them, why is it not happening to me. That is not the path in the yogic life. In the material world, this is why we have so much stress today. There is lack of peace, people are not happy. They may be materially making more money, but what quality of life, right? I mean, you come home with stress, you can't sleep at night and all those things. So that is not the answer. The answer is to find cheerfulness. And then the fourth one is called indifference, or total ignorance of the wicked, people who are very uncultured, criminal minded, bad, and they can easily come and criticize you and make you lose your mental balance, that kind of people. But an aspirant must not encourage the negative sentiment of the uncultured, even in an indirect manner, which means don't get agitated inside. You don't get, he has done what he is supposed to do, but you don't permit anybody to enter your mind without your permission. I know it's easier said than done, but if you practice it, you will get better at it. By reacting to the abusive words uttered by others, one invites more abusive words. So become like a rock in front of such people. No talking, try to extricate yourself from that tension and that bad situation. It is important to be totally deaf at that time. Just think you're deaf, you can't hear anything that that person is saying. So like thundering crowds, they will eventually dissipate before your firm indifference. So they will dissolve away eventually. But be mentally vigilant. Do not allow the impure thoughts of anger, hatred, animosity, if they are arising, no, you have to do more work, towards our own self-improvement. So if your mind is freed from these distracting thoughts, you will discover the endless glories of the soul. Sage Patanjali says your focus is inner happiness, finding God within you and being the king of the kings, having the best of the feeling that most people in the world will not get. That is the journey you are trying to go on. So therefore, endure a little bit of stress and pain and in order to improve. That's what you're trying to do. So these four qualities of four kinds of people, how you deal with, is also a very practical example, isn't it? You're not meditating, you're just becoming a better human being by being more friendly, more compassionate, more kind, and cheerful and indifferent. So it's a beautiful life lesson actually, and you can do it in your own life. You may have some people who are very, you are friends with, some people who are, you can help through your charity or other projects. Then there are others who may be much better than you, and you feel a sense of wow factor with them. And then the fourth may be people who you totally want to avoid, or people like a mean relative or somebody who just gives you stress and tension and gives you heartburn every time you see them. So and then I have already discussed how to react with each one. So once you practice it, make it more practical, and then you will see how the quality of your life will improve. But don't get affected, don't let your own feelings be impacted by these people. Your journey is too holy, too pure to be involved in the rat race of the world. Om Tat Sat.